I have never done this before, but today we're cooking tongue. Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of the FOGO Life. As always, I'm your host, Captain Ron. And yeah, today we've got something totally different. You're learning and I'm learning today because I've never made this before. Somebody gave us this beautiful Wagyu beef tongue and we just couldn't figure out what to do with it. So, because I love you guys so much, I spent the last week researching and figuring out and reading and watching and doing all kinds of stuff to learn how to cook tongue the best possible way. So what I did is I took all the best techniques that I could find. We're gonna combine them all into one cook today and cook this Wagyu tongue. Oh my God, I know it sounds crazy, but when you go to a taco shop, if you have Lengua Tacos in there, tongue tacos, you know you're in the right spot. So let's get started on this tongue licking process. Folks, this is a long process because we have to boil this thing for a couple hours to get that skin off the outer layer. Just think about what we're saying. But anyway, so what we're gonna do first, our first step is gonna be to light the grill. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna get the charcoal lit up here and we're gonna get prepared. So we're gonna take all this stuff out of here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our yellow bag super premium because we're gonna be cooking for a long period of time. This is gonna be one really interesting cook because instead of doing just water, so many people just boil it in water, blah, plain old boy. You ever wanna add more flavor to your food no matter what you're cooking? Use broth, use some kind of liquids with flavor. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this in this Dutch oven. We're gonna cover it up with broth. I'm gonna add these little mini pearl onions I have here. Gonna add all these herbs. I got some rosemary, I got some basil. It's all straight out of my garden. We're gonna put this all in here. We're gonna develop flavor even while we're just trying to soften up the tough layer of this tongue. There are so many things this thing looks like, I won't even go into it. But the good news is our grill is heated up. Our tongue is in its broth bath, and we are ready to put it on here and let this thing start boiling away. And we are boiling away, so that's what we wanted to achieve here. The whole idea of that boiling, like I said before, is so that we want to get that all of that tough, rough, gross tongue skin off of there for all intents and purposes. That's really what it is. But you know, like I said, I wanted to do something different because everybody's kind of doing the same thing. They just boil it in water. I want to always add more flavor into what I'm doing. So what I did is I put all those herbs in there. I put some dried peppers in there that I got from my local Latino market. We'll put all that stuff in there because it's all going to add flavor. It's Wagyu. It's got a ton of fat in it. So what's going to happen is that fat is going to wind up taking in all of those flavors, all right? So that's what we're doing for the first step of our Wagyu tongue. Ooh, this even sounds weird to say, but I want to give you a little pointer on what to do here. We sell this here. It's called Krispy Kreme. It's for wood. If you're not conditioning your cutting boards, listen, we spend a lot of money on our cutting boards and we use them a lot. They need to be taken care of. So all you got to do is rub a little bit of this into it. Let it sit. Okay, I'm gonna do mine right here as I'm doing it. It looked a little dry. So you can do it at night too. We put a good heavy coating on it, leave it on there. It's gonna really re-moisturize your board. It's gonna bring back the color. It's gonna bring back everything about it. It already looks so much more gorgeous, doesn't it? You wanna see something cool? Oh yeah, boiling away, baby.
2 hours later.
We are 2.5 hours into our tongue. So let's see what it's looking like here. Oh yeah, look at that baby. Oh man. Oh, and it's tender as can be. So this thing is really cooked through, but let's pull it out of the liquids now. Voila, there it is. Tongue, folks. I give you the tongue. All right, all you kids out there in FOGO land, a little pro tip for you. When you're handling hot foods, you need to work on them. Put on some little cotton gloves like this beforehand, then put on your food safe gloves. Makes it a lot easier to handle this, because now we're gonna be handling hot tongue. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. And now that we're all gloved up, let's see if we can get the skin off of here. It should come real easily. All right, there's our last piece. Now, when I was reading about this, a lot of them said to cook it for 4 hours, 5 hours and boiling it. We did it for 2.5 hours. Now we had it a little bit hotter. We had it up about 400 degrees. But about 2.5 hours is all it took, and that skin you can see came right off. Next part is to smoke it. Everybody says, lay it onto the grates like that. No, I want nice, even smoking. So I'm gonna grab my Trompo King and mount it right on there. And it's gonna look really cool too. So let's see if we can find the center and get it on here. There you have it, folks. And now to season her up, we're gonna spray it down with some duck fat spray so that we have good contact with our rub. So the reason for this, we're adding a little more fat to the outside, okay? And then it's gonna make the rub stick a lot better. All right, what I seasoned it up with here is Greek freak. It's really nice blend of different herbs and seasonings, and it's got a ton of flavor. Nice Greek herbs, so should give the tongue really nice flavor. All right, because of all the fat in here, I'm gonna pour some liquid in the bottom. It's just water. All right, it's not for flavoring or anything like that, but there's a lot of fat in there, so it's gonna drip down. Just makes cleanup a little bit easier. So I think that we're ready to go on the egg. I know we need smoking chips and we need to put our meter in. So let me get some smoking chips. I'll be right back. That is a party in a bag. If you've never smelled these, you need to order a bag right now and at least just smell them. All right, I'm gonna drive this back into the egg now. We're getting silly around here, folks. We're getting silly. All right, put our grate back on. Isn't that great? And we're gonna take our Trompo King and our tongue right in the center. There it is, folks. Hold on, we forgot something. We gotta monitor our temperatures, right? So let's use our meter wireless probe. Just gonna stick it right in the center, not touching the pole in the Trompo. We wanna measure our temperatures and make sure that we got it cooking the whole way through.
Several months later.
Well, he says let's go, so let's go. Check it out, it's done. We have reached actually 205 degrees. I wasn't paying attention, so I went a little touch over what I wanted to, but look at that. Is that one sexy tongue or what? All right, let's see what we got here. Pull the meter out, that did its job already. Now, let's... Now it's really cool. It's really soft and pliable. I mean, it's super tender already. You could tell it's just, I mean, it's just. It smells really good too. It smells, I'm telling you, it smells a lot like brisket. It really does. I'm pretty amazed by how much it actually smells like brisket. So, all right, kitty kids, here goes the big reveal. Let's see what we got on the inside. Nice and tender. I mean, it is soft. Yeah, looks just like beef to me. And that, my friends, is La Lengua de Love. I'm smiling, I'm laughing because I'm a little hesitant. I don't want to try it, but I know I'm gonna like it. But you know, it's kind of cool because I wasn't sure what the consistency was gonna be. It's really, really super tender. Like I said, it's moist as can be. I mean, it's pull apart soft. It really is, and it still smells like brisket. So, you know, I love you all, okay? Because now I'm gonna give it a taste. I don't want to. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised. I did not expect to like it. I have to say, I prejudged it. I did not expect to like it. It's freaking delicious. And you know what? The texture is different to get used to because it's so soft. I mean, it's literally so soft. But it's good. I keep saying, it smells like brisket. That's because it tastes like brisket. I mean, this tastes a lot like brisket. I'm a little bit speechless, folks. I really am, because I don't get too surprised by food. I did not expect to like it this much. I knew I would probably like it somewhat. It's beef. How bad can it be? But get the idea of what it is out of your head, okay? You don't want to think about it. Don't think that it's tongue, because it's going to really kind of mess with you a little bit, because it messed with me. I know that. So, you know, the typical preparation for this is not just to eat it like this, although you can. I mean, you'd be perfectly fine like that. But I'm going to take some, if you're worried about the texture, which a lot of people are, just chop it up. Okay, chop it up into small little pieces, just like this. Okay, chop it up, and what's better than make a taco with it? Okay, so you put some of the meat on there. Okay, I made some pickled onions earlier. We're gonna throw some pickled onions on here. All right, and no, I'm actually not trying to cover up the flavor, which is pretty amazing in itself. So a little bit of queso fresco, or if you have cotija, that's great too. Any kind of taco cheese that you want to use, that should work. All right. And top it off, un poquito de green onion. All right. Now, let's try it in taco form, shall we? That's how to do it, folks. That combination of flavors, oh my God. And it's simple. If you look, there's a lot of meat on the taco. I didn't hide the meat. A lot of meat, a little bit of pickled onion, a little bit of cotija cheese or queso fresco, and the red onion, pickled onion. Wow, that's really good. Like I said earlier, you know, or I don't even know if I said it earlier, but if I didn't, I'm just saying it right now, is that if you go to a taco shop and they have lengua or tongue on the menu, you're in the right taco shop. I can tell you that. Get some pastor, whatever you want. But that is really good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't know what else to say. Guys, I used a lot of different products in our videos. We always do. If you're ever interested in learning more about the products that I use, check out the link below. There's always a link. There's also always a full recipe for everything that we're making here in the description, in the links down below. So hit them up, all right? Subscribe to our channel. I hope that you enjoyed this, all right? It's a little tongue-in-cheek video. And it's actually really good. Try it. You might be surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. I've tasted it before. I've never cooked it. I will cook this again. I'm not sure what the family's going to think, but we'll see, all right? So anyway, that's my Lengua Tacos. That's my smoked Lengua Taco on the Trompo King. I would cook it exactly the same way again, too. That's one thing for sure. I'll cook it exactly the same way. So I want to thank everybody that had some information on the internet, helped me learn how to cook this the right way. Like I said, I threw together a lot of different recipes and used my own way of doing it. So that's everything I've got for you, all right? Remember to get out and grill, and I'll see you the next time on the Tongue FOGO Life.